My name is Adegunle Grace. I currently work at the Emergency Communication Center in Ogun State, and I'm a passionate lover of teenagers. Being right in their presence. Because there are a lot of misconceptions now about uprightness. A lot of individuals believe that being upright is just that, oh, I have money, no matter what the source, no matter how it is. And not in this kind of world where we even have association of Yahoo mothers. Or you've not heard of that. The association of Yahoo mothers. Their children are Yahoo boys or Yahoo girls. Why they are their mothers? They are the ones. They will even say they are interceding for them. Association of Yahoo mothers conference. So not in that kind of world where immorality is being promoted. You have to dress up naked like Silver Savage before you can be upright there. It doesn't have to be. Being upright there means that when you are still accepted, your conduct, your behavior is still accepted in the society. Your action, the way you talk, the way you do everything aligns with both spiritual, moral, and all aspects of standards in life. For example, I can say some person will say, oh, I'm dressing well, I don't work, or some things like, but the way I talk to you, I might make you feel bad. That means I'm not upright. Like she said earlier, it's not about being perfect, no, but it's about working yourself to always be the best version of yourself. I will ask questions, so we are still going to do this, so please follow me, please. Don't now start feeling sick. Start imagining the rice you not finish at home, or the clothes you still need to wash, or the assignment you've not finished or something. No. Let's follow. I will ask questions. So being upright there does not mean that you have to relate, you have to be part of the world before you can actually fit into the world. No, you don't have to. It has to do with being yourself, following the standard. Not just being popular. People believe that, oh, being upright is that you are popular, you are known. But you are not known for good things. You are known that when they open your car, they see smoke. Smoke in the sense that there was one other music song that was trending one time, and they would say they sent you to school with drug you are doing. I don't know how many of you can remember that song. I think that song was trending in 2016 or something. They asked the child to go and they send the child to school. The child is studying something else. So those are the things that actually does not make you to fit in into the all standard of the society. Moral uprightness has to do with when you have an acceptable character in the society. Can someone give me examples of moral uprightness? Examples of sister on green. Your mind there, ask on your bed. Sleep just a one. Yes or no? You stand up, but you are feeling not full, or you are just waking up. So what's now happening? You are feeling medical. So because I noticed that something is not up right there. Alright, so let's talk about, we are talking about moral uprightness. Okay, this is the only one here. Let's talk now. Nice everywhere. Okay, thank you. So let's give examples of moral uprightness. Please, let's laugh for her. This says, okay, being understanding, okay, obedience. These are examples of moral uprightness, like fitting in to a respectable standard in the society. Morally, you can be trusted. Your level of discipline, your level of acceptance in the society when it comes to being trusted for things. You know that there are some of you it's just like when we were in primary school, they will ask some set of students to write noise makers, names of noise maker. You know, that's when the teacher wants to be sarcastic. When he says, he will ask the person that makes noise the most in the class to write the names of noise maker. Because indirectly, the person has the tendency that if your name is not coming first, that means you are not being sincere with yourself. And there is one of my friends when they ask her to write the name of her because she makes sure she will put her name first. And so that it's about being sincere with yourself. And that's what the lady stands for. Even till now, she's very sincere. Moral uprightness has to do with your discipline, your level of integrity. Can things be kept in your hand and it will still be there? Respect. How you handle matters. The way you talk. Yeah, the way you don't dress is affecting me, It's because of their mind. Even mature men, mature girls, sometimes if you see something, it disgusts you, it disturbs you. That is what mental uprightness means. Avoiding the things that do not make you to be stable mentally. Why is it that when you see a naked person, you just turn your face? Because you don't want it to affect your mind. What you give yourself to, your thought pattern, what you think. Stop currently thinking of evil. Some persons, they can think evil. I just imagine the police just come down, carry gun and kill everybody. Yes! I'm just like, how are you thinking this kind of terrible thing? Kill everybody, kill my mom, kill my dad. And at some point, you will not say you are not having dreams. I saw police chasing me in dreams. Why will police not chase you in dreams? Because everything you are thinking of is killing. Do you get that now? So that's what mental uprightness is. What you actually do, your thought pattern, what you think of, what constantly dominates your mind. How you are engaging your mind. Some of you, as you are seated here now, what you are thinking is the latest style you saw on your friend that you want to show. Or one, I saw one auntie like this, she keep on like this. That's what you are thinking of. Or I want to lay down, you sleep like this. I saw you are having pain. Yeah, these are the things you should be putting your mind into. Instead, rather, put your mind on things that will help you constantly to grow.
For your body and the living sacrifice, pure and pleasing. That's the sensible way to serve God.
Reach for that.
Don't be like the people of this world, but let God change the way you think. Then you will know how to do everything that is good and pleasing to Him.
Let God change the way you think. I'm still going back to the God factor later. That shows that the way you think is better. Because read after he said, let God change the way you think. So that's what?
Then you will know how to do everything that is good and pleasing to Him.
Then you will know how to do everything that is good and pleasing. If you are not thinking right, you will not be upright though. Mommy shout on you. Instead of you to deal with mommy that shouted on you, maybe my sister now, maybe that's here and the next thing is that mommy shouted at her. The next thing is that she now came. She said, can I press your phone small? The next thing is back. Instead of you to tell her, no, you cannot press my phone, you transfer all the aggression on her. And you slap her, you just want to okay. Hey, why would you ask me if you want to press my phone? Is it good? What is what? And she'll be crying. I'll be like, if you cry here, you are just transferring the aggression. Instead of you to come and say that, no, I cannot give you my phone for now. I'm not happy or something. Instead of you to just say that, and I'm not transfer the aggression on the innocent side, but you just cash out with it. So that's what emotional and social uprightness also gives you the way you communicate with society. You don't talk as if you don't have manners. You learn to talk to elders. You learn to build up with yourself. And that's also brings me to self-esteem.
If you are in a relationship but you don't like the boy, maybe you used to be playgirl and you finally accept a boy into your life that you love, and it finally breaks your heart. Hey, excuse me, we are free to ask. What is your advice, ma'am, concerning mental, moral uprightness? Wait, let me ask you two questions because we have many questions here.
Let me answer that question.
Okay.
Okay. This kind of person now, The first thing I would like to tell you is that you are first of all dwelling in unforgiveness because you feel the guy broke your heart. And anytime you see the guy, sometimes you do not just say that part because you were skeptical that I don't want to love any boy, and finally you love the boy, and the boy is now broke your heart, and you are not like, you do not just want to explain all those things, but I can feel how you are feeling. But the first thing is that's why most of the time we tell teenagers that you don't need boyfriend, you don't need girlfriend, because you might not be able to handle the heartbreak that will come with it. You might not be able to handle it. Because most of our mothers, if you ask them some of the emotional stress they have to go through, you might be feeling down, you might be feeling, it requires a lot of mental activity. Like if you hear some people, they will tell you that relationship is work. Even keeping friends, you know, is work. There are some of your friends and they will tell you that they are angry with you. Why? Because you've not spoken with them for 3-4 days. And you honestly don't know that you have not, maybe someone in your community or something. So that's why it's important that you don't actually engage yourself in a relationship. But now that it has happened that the boy has broken your heart, you have to get yourself back. It must not affect you mentally. You have to be upright. You just have to tell yourself that okay, it has happened. I will not allow any guy into my life again. It's my principle. I actually told myself that I will not be in any relationship until I finish my university education. Yes, because I know that it's demanding. And if one guy break my heart now, a day to my exam, and I fail, my parents will not want to hear that. They will ask me to just come home that I finish school like that. So based on that, I have to decide. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
You don't need it. Because it comes with a lot of emotional stress, mental stress. Our mommies can tell us what it means, putting a call through and everything. So you don't need, the guy will still be angry that you don't, sometimes you say come and hug me. And those kind of, you don't wake love early. Don't wake romantic or emotional love early, because you might not be able to manage the consequences. So for that person now, what I want to advise you is that forgive the person first of all. Forgiveness is because the way you are feeling bad is because you have not forgiven the person. Go to God in prayer. If you're having difficulty forgiving the person, go to God in prayer and ask God, God, please help me. I want to forgive this person.
Can you advise someone to do when that person has been mentally damaged? How do you become sane when you've been mentally damaged?
Okay, in this time, let me stand up. When you are mentally damaged, when you are mentally damaged, we need to understand what.
Are you listening?
See, there are
we
some
don't
of
know
these
who
questions.
has to.
Sincerely, there are some of these questions that we might not be able to do justice to today. I'll be kindly with you. Unless we ask the person further questions like, what are the things that make you mentally damaged? I was talking with a teenager one time. What made him to be mentally damaged was because he exposed himself to porn. So now we have to know the cause, because if you don't know the cause of a thing, to address the matter might be difficult. So what made you to be mentally damaged? And that is what will now help me to know how to help you. So you can, the person that asks the question, I'm not going to expose, I'm not going to tell. If you don't want me to tell her, or you don't want her to be involved, you can come and see me personally. I will give you my number. If you have a WhatsApp, you can chat me up personally. I will address you. But generally speaking, if you are mentally damaged, how you can help yourself is what you give yourself to. Like I told you earlier, it's about your mind. And the Bible verse you read, whatever you give your mind to, what you think of constantly will help you. So if you are someone that has been thinking of evil, like I told you earlier, police, go, evil will happen. So what you can help you to be mentally sane is what you read, who you listen to, the kind of friends you keep, and the kind of music you listen to is also a factor. If you like to listen to horror movies, horror music, it can destroy your mentality. As we are saying, moral uprightness is how you honor people. Your parents, when they are not there, when they are there, the instructions they've set. Mommy will say that don't eat on this table. Moral uprightness is that whether mommy is there or not there, as far as you know that she doesn't like you to eat on that table, you don't eat there. Once you know that, oh, the instructions should already come to your obedience. That is it. Whether they are there or they are not there, it keeps obeying. It's like you keep obeying, keep sticking to instructions. We must know the person that harassed you. We must understand if it's someone that you are still seeing and the person has the tendency to keep doing that, then we know the kind of way to advise you on, because this is not what we can actually, I believe it's happening to the person and you want it to be treated with care or privacy. You can actually meet with us, because when you are sexually harassed, it requires that you leave that atmosphere If it's someone that is still constantly within your vicinity, then it needs greater help, because there is evidence that the person will keep doing that if you are not helped. So you speak out. Speaking out is that you talk to someone that this is it. You open up. You don't. In some cases, you don't need to hide the person's identity. If it's someone you are seeing and you know that the person can continually do it for you for years. Even if the person cannot continually do it for you for years, sex is not something that you just have and it leaves you. No, it leaves you with an impression. Do you understand? So please, you can furthermore proceed by seeing us personally. Discover your weakness where you are not upright. Some persons is academically, you know that me at some point I knew that I was not upright academically, and I had to tell myself that no, I want to pick myself up. Whether it's financially, you spend a lot, you don't know how to save. As grown up as I am, I still have follow that I save money. Yes, that's why I have a bank account that I save. I still have follow. Sometimes if I want to buy biscuits, I will tell myself I'm addicted to biscuits. I'm too addicted, so I want to cookies, taking chocolate, taking anything. I can take it a lot. I will save the money, keep it inside my pocket. That's financial uprightness. Mental uprightness is that the things you give your mind to. So you have to discover what your uprightness issue is. If it's telling lies, moral uprightness, then you know. Discover what it is first. Write it out. I wanted us to do that earlier as our practical work. Discover it. Know your strength. Then it is from your strength you will know how to tackle your weakness. The aspect as which you know. It might be spiritual. You find it difficult to pray. You find it difficult to read your Bibles. Or you find it difficult to read books that can edify you. Then that is how we know how to address your uprightness. The first thing is that discover where you are lacking.
She told us that it's unnecessary. Like somebody sent a question that her heart was broken. So she said she should forgive the person that broke her heart and move on. And then the advice she gave that person was that while we say don't start dating early, she said it that don't wake love early. That is, we all have love within us. We can allow it to sleep for now and focus on something for now. That is, don't wake the love within yet. So because there are emotional baggages that comes with it. You will see some people who, how many people have started hearing about depression recently? Depression, you hear people talk about depression all the time. It's one of the things that is causing young people to commit suicide, to go into depression. Why? Because they, as an adult, you know that you can always say no. As I am now, I can say no to anybody. And that person doesn't, it doesn't have to be that that person is bad or something. It might just be that we have an understanding that you are not right for me. So, but as a young person, you don't get to understand that. If somebody rejects you, you might feel like, what's wrong with me? Meanwhile, nothing is wrong with you. It's just that that person doesn't just seem right. But you don't have the emotional capacity to be able to hold on to that. So that is why we say don't start dating now. Focus on things that will groom you now. Focus on your academics, on acquiring a skill, on making yourself financially independent, that you don't have to rely on anybody to get money. So when you don't, for instance now, you can afford to buy yourself iPhone 100 because they will soon make iPhone 100 and all the others will be outdated. And you can afford to buy yourself any car, anything you want. If somebody comes to you for a relationship, you know that it's a relationship. You will be able to look at that person in all perspective and be like, oh, does this person have good behavior? But when you have to depend on somebody else for your needs, perhaps, for your emotional needs, for your physical needs, you are not healthy yourself. You have not grown. See, you can grow. Teenagers have grown physically like an adult. Some of you are taller than us. You have already grown physically, but you are yet to grow emotionally. You are yet to grow emotionally. You are yet to grow spiritually. So, if you don't allow yourself to grow like that, how will you be able to handle the emotional baggages that come? You want to do what adults are doing. Adults are kissing, adults are squirting, they are doing all manner of things, they are taking themselves out on a date. You want to do the same thing, but you are not an adult as long as you are under the age of 19. Even a 19-year-old is a teenager. In fact, a 20-year-old is still young. 21, still young. So you need to grow emotionally.
Still addresses how to be spiritually upright. To be spiritually upright as someone has is the first for Christians among us. Your salvation is important. Who have you given your life to? Have you surrendered your life to God, confessing your sin, and consciously wanting to grow spiritually? So it's important. You must want to know God more, reading your Bible, praying more often. Then for someone that is talking about toxic friends, if you are moving around with toxic friends, one of the things is that you should avoid them. Avoid their vicinity, avoid their environment. And in another way, you have to ensure that you move with people that are good. Like I told you, in every class, we are not listening again. No. In every class, we have different sets of people. Look for the good ones. Controlling your anger, it has to do with, first of all, be careful. Don't talk when you are angry. Someone like me, so I get angry a lot. And when I'm angry, you just see I'm quiet. You say, okay, it's fine. It's fine. I will hold myself not to talk at that time. Do something that interests you. Let go of that person. So most of the time, the reason why you now have breathing problem when you keep it to your heart is because you still hold that person against your heart. And they often say that if you are not forgiving, you are the one offending yourself. If someone offends, the person has even forgotten that he offends you, and you are still keeping it to your heart. You are the one giving yourself body. You are the one holding grudges in your heart, and when you hold grudges in your heart, you are making it like a stumbling block that will not allow you to grow. So one of the ways is to forgive too. When someone offends you, let it go. If it's your younger ones or your friends, let it go. Don't hold it against them. We are not listening again. Do you understand? Yes, so don't hold this against them. Be free with them. Be free. Avoid the environment. If it's something that you cannot really work on, maybe it's your mom that our parents too, they do get us angry. Yes or no? Yes. At that time, if you say words that will make them angry, they will slap you and beat the hell out of you. So to avoid that, just when they get you angry or they assume. Most of our parents, they will assume, they can say, Mom, go down before you know, and you were not there. Maybe you were not in the kitchen, you just entered the kitchen, and she feels she has been in the parlor, in the sitting room. She feels that you've been in the kitchen, you were hearing and you don't want to answer. She will slap you and everything. It's worth it sometimes to be angry, but don't talk at to engage in relationship with you. Please tell your parents. Me, I do say that if a guy is disturbing you and he doesn't want to, he's persisting, he persistently wants to ask you for what? The aim is to engage in, see that they will say there are 3 categories of sex. Teenagers engage in premature sex, and premature sex can lead to unwanted pregnancy and a lot of troubles that come with it. It will not make you to be emotionally balanced. Because this our body, our system, there is a way it works. Have you seen a baby with a breast before? Answer me, have you seen a baby with a breast before? No. Because the baby at that phase, the growth of the baby has not gotten to that stage. So if you are also engaged in premature sex, it will be turning your head somehow. Like one of my friends said, the first time I had sex and my head was turning like this, I was not okay. So it will not make you to be okay. You will be disturbed psychologically. So don't engage in that. And if a guy is asking you out, is disturbing you, tell your parents or report to your teacher. Look for a confidant. Tell the person, this guy is disturbing me. Whether they should report to the school authority if it's in your school or it's your neighbor, your parents should talk to the person, warn the person.
Good day everyone, my name is Adegunle and I am at a team seminar section by Icon Pillar Education Consult, and I will be asking this participant of this seminar some questions about the with our guest speaker, and we'll be asking her about her name. Now please, what's your name?
My name is Grace Adegunle.
Wow, that's a nice name. So I just want to ask, like, what can you say about this program? How do you feel about this program?
Well, I would first of all like to appreciate Icon Pyramid for coming up with this kind of program, because it helps teenagers to work on themselves, not just to be better academically alone. It helps them to become more acceptable in the society. In the world of social media, they are exposed to a lot of things, and programs like this help them to have a balanced mind and a focus about who they are and where they want to be. So that's what the program is all about, and I've been here last year. I was here last year too, and I think it was the drug abuse that was the discussion, and over time coming up with programs like this help them to know who they really are and what they are supposed to do part-time. So it's a nice one from my end.
Okay, this program, the topic, have an impact in the teenagers' lives.
Well, it's going to have an all-round impact in their life, because it's risky out there to be growing teenagers that don't have opportunity to hear some words, because the words determine the world we live. if they are exposed and they are being trained by the negative impacts, the negative impressions and access they have on the world, it will help them to become more of a teenager that is not really perfect. We are not really perfect in that sense. This means that a teenager that is focused and concerned about who they want to be morally upright, mentally and all round strong and fit to face the issues of life. When they are not strong, when they don't know definitely what it is and what is not, this kind of teenager come up and be confused. For example, if they don't have a clear direction about their purpose, what they want to become and who they really need to have as mentors, they will have a way of missing it. Missing it in the sense that not getting it right, and it takes a lot of time. That's when cases like unwanted pregnancy, engaging in premature sex, wanting to get well quickly, because a lot of things are happening out there and they really need this kind of program to help them know what they are supposed to be doing part time and the kind of friends they need it.
What is your word of advice to the upgrade teenagers and the ones that are there now?
What I want to tell all teenagers is that they should be focused. Because in this world now, it's always said that they need extraordinary focus. There are a lot of distractions out there, and they must not dance to everything. You cannot dance to all the beats you hear. So it's important that they are focused and know what they want actually and go for what they want. Everybody cannot be their models. They should know the kind of people they model, they look up to, and be obedient to their parents and those in authority. My name is Adegunle Grace. I currently work at the Emergency Communication Center in Ogun State, and I'm a passionate lover of teenagers. I love to be around them, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here as a presenter in this program to discuss a theme that is about being upright. The theme is actually I am upright. And when we talk about uprightness, we are in a world where there's a lot of disorder in the world, and we need to let the teenagers know that it is important for them to stand and be up there no matter the kind of distraction that is happening in the world. And it embodies being morally, mentally, emotionally, socially, relationally, financially upright. Because financial is key now, because people might be like, why teenagers should be financially upright? There is a syndrome now, getting wealthy quickly. You hear teenagers, they want the biggest thing in the world. So we have to tell them and let them know that no, it's not about having the biggest thing in the world, joining bad gangs, betting and engaging in all sorts of financial immorality before they can have whatever they want to have. Everything is in a phase. So being upright means that following every phase and sequence of life as it pushes up to you. And the program has also been impactful to them to let them know what they should do part-time and how they should engage with their colleague, both relationally and all round, while they are going through the phases of life, puberty that sets in with a lot of emotions, how they can handle them and be better off when situations of life hit them.
My name is Omowunmi Seriki. Okay, please, can you tell me like what you do at Icon Pillar? Okay, at Icon Pillar Educational Consult, it's actually a business, but there is how will I say it? Should we call it the charity side of it, which involves the kids and teens club. So Icon Pillar Educational Consult basically recruits staff. We consult for private school owners. We deal with equipment, educational entertainment, and people who need admission overseas. We do so many things. We are into so many things. You can check out our activities on Facebook at Icon Pillar Educational Consult. This event is one of our events. We actually do this yearly. Every year we host kids and teens and we motivate them one way or the other. And it's usually around the Children's Day event in Nigeria, which is May 27, but we couldn't host it on Tuesday because it was during the week. Some of our kids are busy at school and so on. So we decided to put it on a weekend, which is today, Saturday. Film, which is I'm Upright, which is talking about moral uprightness. We noticed a decadence in the society when it comes to the young ones. We noticed that some of them are into different vices. So the aim of this program is to discourage them from all these vices, and also for them to see another perspective to life as far when it comes to morality. That we do this every year, so we are expecting kids to turn up next year. We expect them in their numbers. We are ready for them, and I'm always sourcing out for good speakers. So next year, see you one of the participants of the seminar. So what's your name?
My name is Sarako Precious.
Okay, that's a nice name. So I just want to ask that, what can you say about this program and everything you have learned about it?
Okay, this is my first time of coming to this program, but I can really say it's worth it because I was able to learn about moral upright. I was able to learn a lot of things, and I want to really thank this organization for organizing this program, and also I want to thank the guest speaker for touching everything I need to know, because when they asked for question and answer, I asked a question that's really been bothering me, and it was able to be answered. I also want to talk about things I learned, because I learned about tolerating people, cooperating with people, being straightforward, being at your best. And I want to thank this program for all this they did, and I want to thank them because I learned a lot from it.
Please.
My name is Emmanuel. Good luck.
Okay, that's nice name. So I just want to ask you, what have you learned about this program? Anything? Have you achieved anything?
Yeah, I learned that anything happening, like any sexual thing or anything that is secret happening, we should let our parents know, anybody around us. And I learned that whatever is happening, we should know that we are still young, and we should not be having boyfriend or girlfriends at our young age, except you are above 19 or even 20 something.
Okay. What's your name? My name is Adegunle. Wow, that's nice. So I just want to ask that, what can you learn about this program? What have you achieved from it?
Well, I've learned a lot. Although this is my first time on this program, so I've learned a lot. I'm even happy doing it because I don't have anything doing nothing. So I'm really happy doing it. We do a lot of games, we have fun, we have so many questions. So I'm really happy doing it because I've learned a lot to be bold, and we should always have respect. We should respect our parents, and we should not keep any secrets. We should always tell our parents anything anything we are feeling about or anything. So I've learned a lot.
Okay, we have come to the end of this year's teen seminar program. Hope you all had a great time by following. See you guys all next time. By God's grace.